clean. You're the ones who are playing. I'm just watching.
Fashionably late, ladies and gentlemen. Fashionably late here on the David P's channel on YouTube. Here we are, Saturday night, so you know it's X-Files CCG. We've got the usual suspects here. Nathan, who is my esteemed competitor tonight, and Steven, of course, because this is a season 4 playtest, he is going to be watching in the background, making sure that all the technical mechanics and those kinds of things are working perfectly. We're getting close to wrapping it up. Ooh, there's this one, maybe one more. Steven has promised.
I want to play. One play test, and hopefully we can do that next time.
Yeah, I actually thought you were going to be my opponent tonight.
As I was telling David today, I had a lot going on, and I was actually out of the house for most of the day. So I did not. I still have some of the cards. I have yet to cut them, because I printed them out, and so I haven't even cut half of them. And then, of course, sleeve them, and then of course make a deck. And so Yeah, so by the time I got my daughter to sleep, there was not enough time. I was going to get this done. It would have been very, very slapdash deck. Which, granted, that may not necessarily be a bad thing, but I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. It was a really exhausting day, and I was like, I think I'd just rather sit back and just enjoy the fun.
Yeah, I think the viewers should know. I think the viewers should know that there, as Stephen alluded to, there is a good deal of prep that goes on in putting these playtests together, both from a scheduling standpoint, but also from when you're playtesting cards, you have to go and do all those steps, cut them out, put them in a deck, sleeve them up, figure out actually how to make a deck that works together. It's like putting together a deck. I would say, I don't know how long it takes you guys, but there's a good couple hours to that probably.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum. So by the time my daughter's asleep, it's like I got maybe an hour, So
yeah, when I put 2 hours toward a deck, and like you said, including sleeves and all that kind of stuff, I feel like I just kind of slapped it together. It's not a real
right.
I like to think about it. We've got a week between games, so I try to think, okay, what maybe a card caught my fancy. Okay, how am I going to build around this, and start thinking about which cards I want to put together with it. But with season 4, it's more of which cards have we not played yet, so I need to get those on the table and do my best.
And that's the bulk of my deck tonight is stuff that we haven't seen yet, or maybe only seen once, and maybe it got, if it's an adversary, for example, maybe it got negated and never really did anything. So hopefully we get some. I will say the chaos deck that Guillaume and I did last week, I think we learned a lot from that. That was a really productive play test. Raised a lot of questions, and so hopefully we get a similar result tonight. It's the whole point of these.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I do want to let you know that this is a record-setting evening here on my channel. We have 2 viewers.
All right.
Yeah, tune in this late. Wow. My hat's off to you guys.
You're not counting me and Steven, right?
Oh, wait. Yeah, good point. Is that us, or is that?
Oh, well,
well, isn't it always 2? Because or 3 when Guillaume's here.
Okay. Well, if I could encourage you to like and subscribe.
All right. Please, guys. I know people are watching your videos. I mean, I instant message people about the stuff, and so I know they're getting watched, and they're telling me I'm washing dishes while watching this 6 play tests, and I'm like, yeah.
All right.
Good to know.
Should we rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to draw my cards right now. I've been waiting for this.
And again, I want to compliment you guys on your wonderful backdrops there. I'm sure any viewers will appreciate that, and hopefully comment on that as well.
Very immersive, very thematic.
Very. Right. Maybe Nathan, you can just change do the different taglines of the series for each game. Next time it's trust no one and deny everything, and all that stuff.
I'm gonna have to dig them all up. Every time I think there's an episode that should have a different one, it's always Truth is Out There, and then they spring up the random ones and weird episodes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, gentlemen, for the benefit of our viewers who might be watching this either now or recorded afterward, this is a season 4 play test. We have our author here, Stephen, who's going to keep us in line, keep it real, make sure we're using the cards as the way they're intended. We may pause the game to solve some questions or issues, maybe do some rewrites. That having been said, along with the season 4, we do have a set of legal cards. We are including or can include Premier, The Truth is Out There, the Mulder expansion promos are out there. Those are legal. And I don't know. I don't own any Gen Con cards myself, but maybe Nathan has a few in there that might surprise me.
Gen Con?
Those are the cards that are legal tonight.
I was say not yet. Maybe in a few weeks, though. Well, definitely in a few weeks.
I know I don't have any killer cards, not a spoiler alert or anything, but
I do have one.
Okay, I'll be ready for it. I got
plenty. And this is this deck I think is entirely season 4 minus the extra agents. So
yeah, there are killer cards from season 4 set. Yes. So yep. The season 4 cards are all in for this, because we got like maybe one playtest after this. Got to give them all a chance to shine.
Yeah.
Test them all out.
All right. That having been said, did I forget anything, guys?
I think you just have to introduce your agents, and I think you're all set.
Well, I am going to.
You can do that after you kick me out, though.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the background so we can get a little wider angle of everyone's play area, and so we'll get started by introducing our teams.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Stephen, you know the high sign if you have any questions or comments.
Yes, but you have to keep an eye out because sometimes I feel like my hands are going to fall off before you finally spot me.
Well, you know that. Another testimony
in the middle of a game.
Another testimony to your excellent writing of these cards.
All right, it's like, hey, my wrist is getting a workout. It's about the most workout I get. Some days. So.
All right, send him back. Send him back.
Get out of here. People are.
Let's rearrange these so everybody is lined up with their. What am I doing? Here we go. All right. I'll get started. Mine are all season 4 guys, so I'm going to read them off here. Agent Hedon. Oh, I didn't mention that because this is playtesting. Nathan and I have not printed the official cards yet. Mine are on white paper. Nathan's are a mix of white and yellow paper. So when you see those mixed in, you'll know that those are the playtest cards. We kept them generic like that so we could take notes and make changes as we go along. All right, here we go. I have my 4 agents. Our Agent Hedon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Mike Millar, NTSB, Agent John Doggett, and Agent Kautz. Who do you have on your team tonight?
Throwing the Doggett out there, huh?
I feel like he has not gotten the kind of play that I would like, but we were talking earlier before the broadcast started. This is play testing. I didn't put together a team that was necessarily the best synergy, but I definitely wanted to get the agents out there.
Well, same for me. So I have from season 4, Detective Munch. He's big into criminal investigation, observation, subterfuge. Also has 2 in behavioral bureaucracy and evidence collection. He gets to respond to a penalty question with the phrase "aluminum makes a lovely hat." That's pretty sweet. Detective Hudak is a 3-cost agent. He generates resource points when you investigate a monosite. He also increases the cost of witnesses there. And then from let's see, I think these are both Premier. I've got Hosteen, so you'll be familiar with him. And I've got Agent Tom Colton. And then we're whipping out the big promo card that my son put a nice bend in the other day. Agent Henderson. It's fine. She's a play copy. I have more. Agent Henderson. And that's my team. And again, like David's, it's not a crack team and anything. They're pretty well rounded in a bunch of different skills. So
that's where I was going to. A couple of my guys, Doggett and Millar, they work best when they're on a team with either Mulder or Scully. I decided not to play it that way, but they do have some great statistics. So I'm hoping that those skill numbers are going to get me through.
Okay.
Got your cards. How do you want to decide? Should I flip a coin? We can decide who's going to go first.
Yeah, that sounds fine. And you know I'm going to call heads again, David. So.
All right. Well, here I have this token on the with this red cross here. We'll call that heads, and then the back of it is. I'm going to take that out of play there. Here we are, a red cross. It's one of my health tokens there, and the other side is just a regular old dime. So we'll use the cross as heads. You're going to call heads. You already know it.
Heads.
It is heads. So you can go first, or you can force me to go first.
No, I will go first.
All right.
That's the first time I've won a coin toss against you. So that's great. All right. So where's my rule book? All right. So we're in briefing. I will draw a card. You can see I got my resource points here, conspiracy points here. So we're going to generate res, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for this team, which will put me at 11. And let's draw. Let's draw 2 cards. 1, 2. All right, David.
All right. I don't want to put myself in the hole right away. So I'm going to risk it here. I'm going to sell Kurt Crawford a witness there for 2. And then
this deck is just loaded with cancer cards. You should know that. I'm just kidding.
Well, and I'm gonna. I'm gonna buy 2, so I'll be right back down to my original 5 there. And back to you, sir.
All right, so I have, let's see. I have no requisition or healing, so deployment. I'm going to send let's see. I'm going to send Hosteen actually to the hospital and deploy everybody else to the field. And then I'm going to play two sites. I'm going to pay 2 to play Angie's Midnight Bowl. So it's an observation and affiliation question. And I'm also going to use Colton's token to play the Flight 549 crash site. So that is a multi-site bureaucracy and evidence collection and motive and result. So to recap, that is a observation and affiliation site and a bureaucracy and evidence collection site with motive and result.
Okay. As I'm not as familiar with the agents as I would like, I'm going to ask you to help me out a little bit.
You bet.
What is your team's behavioral and medical? Try to keep it as general as possible so you don't quite know what I'm going to play here.
Sure. So behavioral, Munch has 2, Hudak has 2, Colton has 1, for a total of 5. And medical, you said? Medical,
Correct.
I believe, is going to be nothing. Big ol' nothing on the medical.
A big zip on the medical. Okay. All right. I have 1 bluff that I'm going to put on the crash site.
The crash site. Okay. So I think we'll leave that one well enough alone. All right, so we're going to move into the investigation phase. I'm actually going to use Osteen's token here to take a look at your hand. Pick a conspiracy card.
I'm sorry?
So Hosteen's token allows me to pick a conspiracy card in your hand, and if you play it, I get to ask you a characteristic question about your Xbox.
All right, but you see the whole hand, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So I have adversary Scott Garrett. This adversary can attack 1 agent, your choice, and then is discarded. If Agent Pendrell is in the investigating team, then he takes the LRC damage instead of the selected agent. Agents attacked by this adversary must discard any attached keyword alien equipment immediately.
What's his activators?
Conspiracy and alien investigation.
Okay.
Next would be adversary Dr. Jack Franklin. Activators are conspiracy and medical. If this adversary is played on a witness that contributes to a medical skill check, the witness is removed from the game. The LRC round is skipped for the opposing team, but not for Dr. Jack Franklin. Agents must use their medical skill as their value in CRC. If an agent has no medical skill, their value is 1.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Cape Cod, Massachusetts, a site there for you.
Okay.
And then migrant workers camp in San Joaquin, California. It's also a site.
Couple sites.
Hospital gown equipment. While the attached agent is in the hospital, discard this card to heal 2 tokens of damage.
Okay.
And 2 frohikis.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Wow.
Not a bad hand to start.
No, not at all. So you got 2 conspiracy cards there at both adversaries. I will pick Dr. Franklin, I guess. Dr. Franklin.
Dr. Franklin it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two frohickeys. That is wild. Got my work cut out for me there. Okay. So deployment, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards in my hand. I'll send everybody to investigate the Midnight Bowl. I have currently observation 5, 6. Nope, 5. Nope, 6. It is 6. Sorry. And I need 4 plus.
Okay.
And I don't think there's anything you can do about that one, right?
Nope, I do not have the right activators for that. So nothing to impede your investigation.
Just to spend down some points here, I'm going to -4 and play Sheriff Andy Taylor with the team. He's a witness resource, and he's basically there to act as a hired gun. So he has skills criminal investigation 1, and the rest are close range, long range, combat, and health. And then if his health is reduced to 0, he's removed from the game, or if at any time there are no agents in the team. So he cannot fight alone. Basically how it goes.
Gotcha.
So this is a affiliation question, and we'll start off with an affiliation of government. Is your affiliation government?
It is not.
All right. All right, and I have 7 cards in hand, so we're all good. Your turn.
I also have some discard. All right, so start my turn. I'll draw a free card per turn. Generate my res. Doggett has 2. Couts has 1. Heaton has 1. So it's 2, 3, 4. And Mike Millar has 5. Or 1 for a total of 5. And I'm going to spend 2 to play hard evidence. Add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. So I'll net 3 on there. And I'm going to buy 3. And I will turn to you to sell and buy.
I have no buys or sells.
All right. So healing phase. No healing yet. Nobody's injured. So we'll move on. Requisition. I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time. Deployment. All of my agents are going to move to the field. And then case assignment. We're going to go to Cape Cod, Massachusetts. This is a Sciences 4 plus and an affiliation question. And that costs 2. Take down to 8. Do you have any bluffs, good sir, or other cards?
No bluffs.
All right. I will move Agent Katz, Heaton, and Millar to the site.
So you said sciences and affiliation?
Oh, yes. Science is 4 affiliation question, and my science value is 5 right now. So I'm 1 over.
I have no cards to play.
All right. Then we'll go straight to asking the question. Is your affiliation, I'm just going to start at the top, no tricks here. Is your affiliation alien?
It is not.
All right. Oh, debriefing phase, and I have 9 cards, so it's going to be real quiet here for a second while I figure out exactly what I'm going to lose.
Will you do that? Let me ask. So Hosteen, even though he's not injured, he's in the hospital. He does not contribute res, correct?
Stephen is nodding his head. That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to discard Dr. Jack Franklin. No surprise there, probably. And I'm going to hate this hospital gown.
Oh.
Yeah. While the attached agent is in the hospital, discard this card to heal 2 tokens of damage. That would come in handy at some point, but had to make the hard choices there. All right. And if you have no discard, we'll go back to you, sir.
I'm still at 7. All right, so I will draw for the turn. I'm going to generate 5 res this turn because Hosteen's in the hospital, which is going to put me at 8. And I will draw. I'll give Colton his token back. I'll draw. Let's see. I think 2. Yeah, I'll draw 2. 1, 2. All right, over to you.
There's no way I'm selling Prohigates. But I need points. I'm going to sell Dr. Blockhead for 2. But no purchases. So back to you, sir.
All right. So no healing requisition. I actually am going to 1, 2, 3, 4 to equip Hosteen with a defibrillator. That is an activator in the hospital, which is why I sent him there last turn. And this goes on a agent with a medical skill of 1 or more. It gets 2 tokens. I can use the tokens to heal 1 point of damage or to negate an evolutionary adversary. Which is pretty neat.
Yeah. That may or may not come in handy later.
So 2 tokens on the defibrillator. And then deployment, we're going to bring Hosteen right on back to the field. Oh, let's see here. So I am going to play 2 sites. I'm going to use Colton's token to pay for this keyword criminal investigation site. It's the Cassandra House in Chepachet, Rhode Island. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So it's a behavioral criminal investigation site and method or result question. And then I'm going to spend down my last 2 to play the Ben Zion Cemetery. It's an occult investigation and result site. So once again, Cassandra House is behavioral criminal investigation and a method or result. Cemetery is occult investigation and result.
Okay. I will have 1 bluff on the cemetery, please.
Okay. And I'll stack these in order of yours over there. because I think we're just all going to the Cassandra house, where there is no bluff. So that is behavioral or criminal investigation 5+. Let's see what I want to use. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll use criminal investigation there. So currently I have 8, 9. Currently I have 9.
Nothing I can do to stop that.
It's like a freight train just rolling right on through.
That's a juggernaut.
So it's a method or result. Let's see what I want to do. I think I'll do method, and is your method violence?
It is not.
Okay. And we can wrap up my turn here, and then I'll cross all that off. So I have 7 cards in hand.
I have 5. I'm discard. So while you are crossing out possibilities, I'm going to start my turn. I'll draw for turn. I beg your pardon. Generate res. I have, let me refresh my memory, 5. And I'm going to buy 2. And I will send it to you for selling and buying.
All right, I have a lot of sites out here, so I'm actually going to pitch a site.
There's not something you hear every day.
Yeah, I don't have the medical skill for this anyway, so I'll pitch that for 2 conspiracy. And yeah, what the heck, I'll draw 1 off that. All good.
All right. Healing phase. No one's wounded, so no healing there. Requisition, nothing to assign to my agents. Deployment, I'm going to keep them all in the field. And moving on to case assignment. We are going to the migrant workers camp in San Joaquin, California. That costs 2. The prerequisite is sciences 4+, and it is a motive question.
I have no bluffs to play there.
Okay. I will assign agents. Same team as last one, Kautz, Heaton, and Mike Millar.
All right, and that's a motive site, you said?
Correct.
No cards to play.
All right. Then I will go straight to the motive question. Is your motive threats?
It is not.
Okay. Just move my agents back. Take care of that. As far as debriefing, I have exactly 7, so no discard.
All righty. So I will draw my 1 for the turn. Generate res, it's going to be 6. And I will draw one card. Oh, you. Colton's going to get his token back too.
Nothing to sell or buy. Back to you, sir.
All right. Said you have 7 cards in hand?
That is correct. But probably not for long, huh?
Probably not. So I'm going to spend down my 5. And Stephen can make sure I have this right this time, but I believe search warrant costs 5, right? So I can discard a witness card from my hand, which is going to be Coroner Glenna, to examine your opponent's hand, and I will choose 2 cards that you have to discard.
This is a real nice hand. It's going to kill me. Adversary Scott Garrett. This adversary, the same as before, this adversary can attack one agent, my choice, and is then discarded.
Yep.
If Agent Pendrell is in your team, he takes all the LRC damage. Agents attacked by this adversary must discard any attached keyword alien equipment. Next, adversary Gulag Commandant. Oh, no, Stephen wants to get in here. What's up, Stephen?
Nathan, correct on the price. You do not have to discard the witness, though.
Oh, yeah, we did change that, didn't we? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Get Glenna back, but everything else is the same. You just, you get to play this card to examine your opponent's hand, just like, like a Lutherly Boggs, but you must discard 2 cards from your choice.
Okay.
And if you want, you can discard Glenna at the end if you feel like, I don't need her. You don't have to do it as a result of this card, though.
You can have your witness back if I don't have to discard anything.
No, that's a bad deal for me.
Okay.
All right, so you got the Gulag Commandant. Can you remind me of his activators?
The Gulag Commandant. Play in conjunction with any government adversary. If an agent's health is reduced to 0, place the agent in a section of the table designated the Gulag. And discard any equipment. The agent remains imprisoned for 3 full turns or until the keyword escape card is played on them. Place 3 tokens on the agent and remove 1 during each of the agent's debriefing phases. When the last token is removed, move the agent to the bureau undamaged.
Okay.
Okay. Next is...
You got some Frohickeys in there. Yeah.
Frohickey. Got his twin Frohickey there. Lieutenant Terry Wilmer, witness, is add 1 to one team's alien investigation skill check once during your turn. You may discard this resource during your opponent's turn to play the alien bounty hunter adversary at no cost, activator requirements permitting. That is a witness resource, by the way. Next is a bluff called the death card.
Ooh.
Play to, it sounds very ominous, doesn't it?
It does.
Play to add 4 conspiracy points to your conspiracy pool immediately. The last one is an event, the video trap. You may know this one already. Place this card next to your X file. You may draw 1 card for free in each of your opponent's briefing phases.
Yeah. So I don't like that. So I think we're going to do video trap and a Frohickey.
You're too kind, leaving me with a Frohickey.
Against my better judgment, but what are you going to do?
Indeed.
Okay. So We're in deployment still. I'm going to spend the 1 on Colton's card. No, I'm not. Because I don't have a bureaucracy or criminal investigation site. So that's not going to happen. Instead, I'll send everybody over to the Flight 549 site where you had that first bluff you played.
This one right there.
So yeah, deployment, they're all in the field. Case assignment, no sites, and then investigation will go there. Send everybody. Everybody.
All right, so ready to reveal the bluff then?
Let's go.
All right, it is Jason Ludwig. Play to change the site prerequisite to behavioral 3+.
I have plenty of behavioral, so I'm guessing you're not going to pay for it.
No, I'm not going to pay for that. It's garbage.
Okay. I have no cards to play. What about you, sir? It is a bureaucracy evidence collection, motive or result question.
No, I got good cards, but nothing to stop you on this one.
All right. So let's see. I get a motive or result question out of this. Is your result death?
My result is death.
Okay. Got you down to 8, according to my list.
That's pretty fast. Maybe we can get 2 games in tonight.
Yeah, knowing my luck, I'll get 7 more guesses before I finally get it. All right, so that is resolved. Let's see, I think I have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, I'm going to pitch here. Oh man, that Frohickey hanging out there. I'm going to discard Desk Jockey. Yeah. No, actually, maybe I shouldn't do that. God. I'll discard Trial Run. That's what I'll do.
Which one is that?
So this is the one that adds double the conspiracy points, or 2x conspiracy points to your pool, where x equals the number of witnesses in the discard pile.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
don't have any right now, so whatever. And that'll bring me to 7. So it's your turn.
Okay, and yeah, I have 5, so no discard. If there's nothing else to play, I'll start my my investigation phase here, or my briefing phase. I'll draw 1 for turn. Okay, and generate res. Now I was remiss in that for res, Mike Millar, when his game effect, treat Mike Millar as a res 2 if he is in the field. So I'm actually going to get a little more than I've been giving myself here the last couple of turns. Doggett is 2, Couts is 1, Heaton is 1, and Milar is 2. So 2, 4, 5, 6 all day. $15. And I am going to buy 3, 4. And I will turn to you to sell and buy Conspiracy.
You'll get nothing out of me, sir. No purchases or sales.
Okay. Oof. All right, no healing to do and deployment. I'm going to move Agent Heaton back to the Bureau. Everyone else will stay in the field. We'll move to case assignment. I'm going to play Icy Cape, Alaska. This is evidence collection 4 or more and a result question. And that costs 2, so I'll take 2 off there. Anything you'd like to play?
You said it's a result question?
Correct, yes.
I have no bluffs for that site, David.
All right. I will move all 3 of my agents to the site to investigate. Doggett, I'm sorry, this is evidence collection. Doggett has 3, Couts has 3, and Milar also has 3. So I've got 9.
That sounds like you're going to pass that skill check. Nothing to play.
Nothing to play. All right, then I will ask my result question. Is your result, sir? Is your result death?
It is not.
All right. Is that there?
During your debriefing phase, I actually have a card to play.
Let's hear it.
It is going to be Desk Jockey. An Agent Heaton. He's going to have to stay in the Bureau until you and can't contribute his skills to a skill check until you successfully investigate a criminal investigation or occult investigation site. That's going to cost me 5 for that effect.
I'm sorry, we're waiting on me. What's going on again?
So it's a event that can be frohickey. So I'm just waiting to see if we can do that. Although I suppose since this is a resource, this sticks around and you can play frohickey on it later. I don't remember what frohickey says.
This card will negate one event card played on your team.
Okay.
And what's the effect again? Someone goes to the bureau and can't come out until a criminal investigation or occult investigation is.
Yeah, so it has to be played on an agent already in the bureau. So, Heaton's your dude. So that agent can't leave the bureau or contribute their skills to a skill check until the team. I'm assuming we mean a team, Stephen. We might need to take a look at this card. The team implies to me that it's got to be the team Heaton's on, which I don't think is what we want, right?
Oh, let's bring some.
Yeah.
Thinking about that one.
Yeah, a team. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying now. I mean, it's not obvious until you just now. It wasn't. Yeah, it never would have occurred to me that word would make a difference. But yep, that's. Yeah, you just need to change that one word, huh?
Technically, it should probably say you're until an opponent's team. Since if it's just a team, it could be even my team. I don't know.
Oh gosh, I hope no one's thinking about it in those terms. But oh my,
I'm just applying lawyer thought.
Yeah, that's very lawyerly.
If you don't, and I'll defer. If you guys don't think it's capable of that misinterpretation, we can just say a team
until the team. Yeah, I mean a team. Yeah, we can do that.
As long as it's not the A team.
Yeah,
I don't have those agents.
Not yet.
Future expansion.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother card game. That's a whole nother.
I mean, sky's the limits on how many expansions we can do. I'm just rereading again to see if there's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and it would obviously have to be a field team because they have to investigate a site with criminal or occult, so it would have to be a field team necessarily. It's like it can't just be like, oh, let's go meet up with Heaton in the bureau and make a, you know, it's not like we're making a skill check to get her out. So yeah, I mean, I guess I don't need to say a field team. I guess that's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
Okay, till a team successfully investigates a site with. Until the team, a team, yeah. Either way, yeah, we can change. That's my new
one of your teams.
Well, yours.
This is actually a conspiracy player card.
Conspiracy card. So yeah, I don't want to do that. That will get then the lawyer, then the lawyer and Nathan will certainly come out to play that.
Then I'll say, well, wait a minute, I can't investigate a cult site.
Yeah. Because when it's like your choice or whatever, it's referring to the person like playing the card, which is like the conspiracy player, oftentimes. So, okay, write that one down. Desk Jockey. I believe that's the first time we've played that one.
I think so too.
Playtest.
I actually screwed up and gave David a preview of it there on my previous turn.
I was glad you didn't discard it. I was kind of no, I want to see that one card played. I wanted to see that one play out.
And then I think actually you can negate this Desk Jockey card at any time with Frohickey.
I mean the card. Yes, Frohickey's semantics are played on a team. So yeah, I mean, it's played on. You're talking about future rounds, later rounds. Yeah,
because it's a resource, so it sticks around.
Anytime. I mean, David wants to negate that. Kind of the same thing came up in a recent game I played with David. I'm like, hey, I've got Jose Chung's from Outer Space. It's a resource. You could play Frohickey or Langley.
2 turns later,
Yeah, he never did. Instead, he decided to play Frohickey to negate Lula Phillips. I'm like, really? You don't want to take out the Jose Chung card that's kind of like an albatross around your neck?
What I'm doing, David, this card is just to tempt you to use your Frohickey.
Gosh, you paid 5 to tempt him for that.
You know that, right? It's just
I know there.
He's like, Frohickey me, please.
And again, one of the prereqs is criminal investigation, which I mean,
it's pretty common.
Generally not hard to. I mean, granted, he's got to have sites for criminal, but considering his team's got a good amount of criminal, I'll wager he's going to have one of those.
Does he? Do you have a high amount of criminal investigation?
Dogged and
Dogged has 4 and Couch has 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, 4? Oh, you are David. You are read the effect.
the cost of all keyword criminal investigation and
Okay,
bureaucracy sites is
we're using
reduced by one.
Kevin. We're using Kevin's one now, but yeah, for the sake, just play it out as is. But yes, we're using Kevin's card that is updated on my spreadsheet, and I will, Nathan, I will after tonight. I'm going to be going through my spreadsheet, and I will make sure everything is up to date because I didn't realize how many I had neglected to in the course of making these. But after tomorrow, there's my plan. That's my plan tomorrow. I will make sure everything is current and synced up.
Okay.
But yes, David, for tonight, you can play it out as is. But Doggett's criminal is normally going to be 3.
For tonight, David, I guess you're using the one and only instance of a Doggett that does not exist.
Yeah, a different version, an alternate timeline Doggett. But no, since then I've received Kevin Marion's blessing on using his Doggett text. So we are proceeding with that one.
I kind of feel like since the playtest and it's on a white thing, I should just change it and go with what the text really is. Otherwise,
then you have to change all the skills too. So it's just, forget. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
It's up to you. I don't care.
I mean, if you want, I can read off all the skills and you can correct them. And then the text is, that's a lot of text. So.
Oh, I'm worried.
Well, it's just you're gonna have I figure you're gonna have a hard time trying to fit it all on that little sheet of paper. So I wouldn't say worried about it, but if anything, considering he's got a desk jockey on you, it's like that version of Doggett's probably the better choice. Just saying.
Well,
just by the one criminal, but
I appreciate the fact that you've got that desk jockey on a hook and putting it in the water as a piece of bait there. But I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
All right, I'm out.
All right, Steven, back to the green room.
So it was I played that during your debriefing phase.
Correct. We're still in the debriefing because I have some discards I got to do.
I got 6.
And believe it or not, with all that break in between, I still haven't decided what I'm going to discard here.
There was a lot going on during that break.
That was exciting. That was every time I discard.
The sausage getting made here in playtesting.
Well, that's the playtesting. If you don't have the patience to sit and do that, then go to the Alien Investigations YouTube channel and you can watch some great play. Yeah.
Sometimes all you're doing is changing the to riveting stuff.
Well, yeah, that's why playtesting is kind of the armpit of
YouTube.
Of creativity. All right, I'm going to discard White Buffalo.
Oh, I like that card.
I like it too, but I've got to make some hard choices here. And I don't want to do it, but suspect booked. Yeah. Play after negating an adversary when no combat was involved. If the team makes a criminal investigation 4 or more skill check, place this card in your bureau section. You may discard this card during your investigation phase to add 2 to a site skill check.
Any skill check whatsoever. That's a great card.
Yeah. Perhaps at a later time. We'll get to see that. That puts me at 7, so no more discards. Over to you, sir.
All right, so I will draw a card. Generate some res. It's going to be 6. Let's see. I'll draw 2 and pass it over to you.
No selling or buying. Back to you, sir.
All right. I have no healing or requisition. Deployment, we're going to leave everybody in the field. Case assignment. I will. Use Colton's token and pay 1 to play the Vietnam War Memorial, which is a bureaucracy and motive site.
All right. Well, 1 bluff.
Okay. Yeah, let's send everybody there.
Okay. The bluff is the death card.
There it is.
Play to add 4 conspiracy to your CP pool immediately. The cost is 2, but I played it upside down, so is 1 less. So it costs me 1, and I get 4. So I'll net 3 total.
Okay. No cards over here. I have a bureaucracy of 4, so just going to squeak by on this.
I don't know that you are, because I'm going to play Eddie Van Blunt, an adversary, for a cost of 6. And Eddie Van Blunt, place this card beneath an opposing agent of my choice and place 2 tokens on the agent. Remove a token during each of your opponent's debriefing phases. While in play, the agent's skills except health become -1, and all equipment cards are discarded. During your opponent's turn, you may deploy the agent as desired and contribute negatively to a team's skill checks. Discard this card when the last token is removed.
Okay, well. Let's see if I can find that dirty, dirty old man. There's just a lot of text there, and I want to make sure I understand this. So, which agent will you be putting him under? I have, so it's a bureaucracy 4. I have Munch contributing 2 bureaucracy, Hudak contributing 1, and Colton contributing 1. Oh, wait, is he an evolutionary adversary?
Oh, yes. Maybe.
I'm going to defibrillate Eddie Van Blunt.
Forgot all about that. And you know what's funny is I was thinking about playing this on him to get rid of the equipment, and I didn't realize the reversal that would happen on that.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Poor Eddie. He took a shot right to the skull.
Ouch. Well, that poorly played on my part, but that clears the way for your investigation.
Yeah. So it's a motive. Let's see what I got left here. I think the low-hanging fruit is survival. Is your motive survival?
Survival. Let me just double check. It is not.
Okay. That's my turn, and I think I need to discard a card.
I have 5. No discard from me.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to. I'm actually going to spend down my resource points to play Coroner Glenna. She's a resource. 3 tokens on this card. I can remove a token to add 2 to a medical skill check. And then no discards. Over to you.
All right. I will draw a turn. Interesting. Generate res. I've got
The truth.
one.
Reese, did you see the truth? It disappears.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Eating in and out.
6. Oh no. Generate 6 res. And I'm going to buy 4. And turn over to sell and buy conspiracy.
So I'm going to discard two cards. I'm going to discard Michelle Wilkes for 2 and 14th Precinct House for 1. Witness and a Sight. And get, so a total of 3, and I'm at 4 conspiracy. And I'm not going to draw any cards. I'm going to save my pennies for a rainy day.
Muy interesante. All right. Then back to me, no healing and requisition. I am going to attach. Where did you go, you little devil? Oh, there we are. This will cost me 4. I'm going to attach composite sketch to Agent Heaton. Cost 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what that does is adds 1 to the agent's criminal investigation and evidence collection skills.
It's too bad he's stuck in the bureau. Desk jockey.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
How's he going to collect all that evidence sitting at a desk? May have to throw Hickey. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
It's a tough choice, isn't it?
No, it's not. He's going to stay in the bureau one more time.
One more time.
Deployment, I will keep my agents where they are. And case assignment, I'm going to play. We're going to revisit the migrant workers camp in San Joaquin, California. This is Sciences 4+, and the question is motive.
Can you remind me who your agents are there, David?
All of them, or just the field?
Just the field.
Okay, so John Doggett. Did you need to know his skills and everything?
I think I can look him up, but actually for
Doggett you won't.
wait, I think we're playing with that Doggett as it is, right, on the card.
I think that's what we agreed. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you read me his skills then?
Okay, his skill is bureaucracy 3, behavioral 1, computer 1, criminal investigation 4, evidence collection 3, observation 2.
Actually, hold up. If you just want to, what's the site again?
The site is Sciences 4. So I've got Kautz with Science 2 and Millar with Science 2. Those are the guys.
Okay. 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 That's what I needed. I am going to put a bluff on that site.
Okay. Going to move Couts and Milar to investigate. Let's see that bluff.
Yeah. So it's no trespassing. Play this card to prevent agents with keyword FBI from contributing their skills.
Yeah, that'll keep Milar out.
And I will pay 2 for that. So I think Milar is not FBI, right?
He is not. He's independent. Okay. So yeah,
so you still got him.
I only have 2, not enough. Expected more from you, Mike Milar.
Stupid NTSB.
You're out of your jurisdiction, sir. All right, then we'll move to debriefing. I have 8, so I need to discard.
And I'm sitting at a meager 4 cards. We're going to have to do something about this. I've been kind of up against the wall for both resource and conspiracy points in this game. The Millar ability really helps with resource generation, for sure.
It does. Ooh, I don't want to do this. All right, I'm going to discard Detective Miles, bluff there.
Okay.
That puts me at 7.
What was he? He changes it to a subterfuge or something?
No, he's pay 1 conspiracy to move up to 2 resource points from your opponent's resource pool to your conspiracy pool immediately.
Oh yeah, I got a big fat 0. My resource pool. So yeah, okay. So my turn. I will draw for the turn. Generate res, which is going to be 6, and I think we'll restock the hand a little here, and I'll get 3. I'll get 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
My turn to sell.
Your turn to sell.
I'm going to sell Hospital down for 3. And I'm going to buy just 1. And back to you.
Okay. Gets his token back. How do they give Tom Colton a sciences skill and not a subterfuge skill? Terrible. And if I sound like I'm complaining because I can't do what I want to do, I am very much complaining. So I'm going to play 2 sites. 2 sites? Two sites. This token is criminal investigation. Okay, so I'm going to pay 2 to play Hotel James Monroe, Boston, Massachusetts. This is a This can't be right. I'm showing a keyword computer for this site, but
Let's bring Stephen in to confirm.
it's a observation site. And
yeah, we've covered that one before, but it's been fixed.
So it is observation for a keyword?
No, it's computer. It's computer keyword. Prerequisite is computer 4.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to play that one. No, it's okay.
I mean, I guess if you want to, well, I mean, it's up to Dave. I mean, ultimately, I think it's David's call in this case. If you want to play it as is,
well, I'll do it. I'll be faithful to the card. It's a computer card.
Well, really, because we're playing Dogged as it is, so turnabout's fair play.
No, it's okay. So I'm gonna get 1 resource point back because I'm gonna play St. Ellis Mountains for 1. So this is a Sciences and Subterfuge 5+ site, motive and method. Sciences, subterfuge, motive, and method.
I have just 1 bluff.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's send everybody there.
Okay. And at what point do you declare which skill?
Right now, it's going to be a subterfuge skill check.
Subterfuge. Okay.
Yeah.
My bluff is Cancerous Nosebleed for 5, but I played it upside down, so 4. Play on 1 agent with 3 or more health to decrease the agent's health by 1 for every other turn. In addition, the keyword cancer is added to the attached agent's card. For as long as this card is in play, the card is removed when a healing card is played on the agent unless in the hospital, I believe is a update that we made in there.
Okay, so actually let me pull this up on the spreadsheet so I can read this. So this is an event, correct? It's a bluff. Got it.
Oh, Stephen wants to get in on this as well.
Yeah, David, your card's a little out of date. The one at the beginning part about playing on an agent with 3 or more health has been removed. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
So just play on an agent.
You can play it as is, but yeah, that first part with the health, you can cross it out. It's and I've updated this on there. It's play this card to add cancer to an opposing agent's keywords. Just keeping it simple, and that's the same for the bluff as well. Cancerous Nosebleed, they are consistent. Those 2.
All right.
So in case you have, I'm telling you, in case you have Cancerous Nosebleed as well, that same thing applies. The health part can get scratched off if you have that card in there as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Is reducing health different than adding damage?
No, it's not. Yeah. I mean, healing health is, different. Of course, when it's like 3 or 4, when an agent has 3 or 4 health, that's different, obviously. But no, damage, no.
So in other words, this when it says the agent's health is reduced by 1 for each of the opponent's debriefing phases. So it's actually just adding a point of damage to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're different than like if they take a hit from an adversary or.
Do we want to say takes 1 point of damage?
I kind of thought it was removing 1 point of permanent health.
I thought it was 2, actually.
No, not permanent health. No, it's just like when they take. Oh.
To me, there's a difference between saying the agent gets -1 health and saying he takes 1 damage.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying now.
And if that's true,
I mean,
we may
it's
need to
usually
look
been
at
like, I mean, I know the text in the past cards is like it's when they say permanent health, but I might have to do that because I don't want people thinking it's like, it's permanent, it's gone. No, it's. I mean, well, then it goes on to say they must remain in the hospital until health is restored. I mean, so it's just like, so it's not permanent.
In this, I think I would err on the side of clarity there because both David and I understood it differently.
Okay, go ahead and carry on. I'm gonna while you guys are playing that, I'm gonna refer to existing card and then kind of come up with some. I'll read off to you what changes I have.
Any matter? Let me just I'll give a preview of coming attractions. I'm not playing this yet, but I have the card chemotherapy. So
chemotherapy.
So if I'm understanding Cancer's Nosebleed right, this chemotherapy card as a healing card will actually negate that when I play it later on.
Yeah,
but the difference is.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to. All right, I have to keep going from one binder to the next because one has the custom cards and one doesn't. Chemotherapy's event. I don't even have those yet. Never mind.
It just says you can play it on an agent in the hospital.
Yeah.
The agent heals 1 point of damage immediately. The card heals 2 tokens of damage if the agent has the keyword cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I'm understanding Cancer's Nose.
Yes, if it is the keyword healing, yes, absolutely. If it has the keyword cancer, it has the keyword healing, and Cancer's Nosebleed says if a healing card, if a keyword, all caps, healing card is played on it, yes.
Okay. All right.
Hence chemotherapy, because the idea is it should help. I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, it would always work on cancer, but yes, yeah. Okay. But anyway, I'm trying to find that promo card, but yeah, I'll get back to you about those two cards when because otherwise I don't want to take game time.
Sounds good. For our purposes, I'm not sure it really matters because I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, you're about to use chemotherapy.
Well, they have to be in the hospital. So, David, who do you want to give a cancerous nosebleed to? I can tell you I'm going to barely skate by on the subterfuge check here. I've got Munch with subterfuge 3 and Osteen with subterfuge 2. And I think those are my only subterfuge agents.
Let's do Munch, please.
Munch, okay. So he's going to take a point of damage or -1 health, depending on. Actually, I'll tell you what, the -1 health thing is a big deal because if you are applying a -1 modifier to the health, that's going to drop him to 3, and he's only going to heal 1 point of damage in the hospital per turn.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really big distinction.
The semantics there matter.
Yeah. Okay, so bluffs have been resolved. We've got our investigation. I have no cards to play.
I have no cards to play. Go ahead.
All right, so it's going to be a motive or method question. I think we're going to do a motive question and select ideology. Is your motive ideology?
Oops. It is not.
Okay. And then I'm going to take a crack at your X file, David. Okay. Got you down to 3 here. Is your X file Augustus Cole?
It is not.
Okay. So penalty question motive for you.
Is your motive Knowledge.
You know, David, aluminum makes a lovely hat.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
It's great.
I got all excited, too.
I know. And I have 7 cards.
I have 6, so no discard.
Okay, and then during my... So Munch took 1 point of damage immediately, right? Or from cancerous nosebleed? Or is that in my debriefing phase?
Play on one agent to decrease the agent's health by 1 for every other turn. So it would be this one, and then I'll play and nothing happens, then you'll play and he'll take another point of damage. It doesn't say exactly which phase, though, I guess. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think, let me pull up the current card text. I think it changed a little bit. So it adds, first sentence is it adds cancer to him. The agent's health is reduced by 1 for each of the opponent's debriefing phases that the opponent spends outside the hospital. Okay, so he's going to take a point of damage right now during debriefing. And then if his health is reduced to 0, he has to stay in the hospital until health is restored. Card is removed when a healing card is played on the agent. Okay. So he's going to get dinged a point right now during my debriefing phase.
So does he take it right away in debriefing?
No, it's just the one in debriefing.
Just debriefing.
Yeah.
So he's already got the 1 on there.
Right. So every debriefing phase, he's going to take a point now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's your turn.
All right. Then I will draw for turn. I do generate res. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to pay 2 to have a friend in the FBI. Play this card in the bureau. Place 10 tokens on this card during your briefing phase. You may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your resource pool. The tokens become resource tokens when all tokens have been removed. Discard this card. So I'm going to put 8 on here because I'm going to just immediately take 2. So 8 and 2. And then I'm going to buy 2 and turn it over to you.
All right. I'm going to discard Bitter Defeat for 4. The computer site that I can't possibly meet for 2. And Dr. Vitaliano, resource witness. So that's a total of 9 going into my conspiracy pool. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think I'll buy 2. Back to you, my friend.
All right. We don't have any healing or requisition. Deployment. I got to play. I got to do it. going to do my frohickey for 3.
Goodbye, desk jockey.
And then for deployment, I'm going to move Agent Hedon to field with his little briefcase of composite sketches.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, and then move to case assignment. I'm going to go to the Olympic National Forest in beautiful Washington State. That costs 2. And turn it to you for any bluffs.
Can you tell me the keywords there?
Oh, yes, of course. It is evidence collection 4+, and you may ask 1 result question. All the keywords are site, mono, results, and evidence collection.
And if I remember right, all those guys have you've got like evidence collection 10 or something like that, right? Something crazy.
3, 6, 9.
Okay.
Yeah, 10. Or no, 12. It's 3 apiece.
Yeah, it was and it's a result site?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. No bluffs.
Okay, I'm going to move all 4 agents. Any other cards to play, sir?
Ask away.
Well, is your result abduction?
It is not.
Curiouser and curiouser.
You gotta have me narrow it down a decent amount. If I had to, I'm not tracking. If I had to guess, it'd probably be like 10 or 12 left or something.
12.
Yeah. Okay. You want to
Alright.
guess?
I do not.
Okay.
Moving to debriefing. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 cards, so no discard.
Okay, and I have 6 as well. So I will draw. Add my 6 res. That'll put me at 8. I'm gonna draw 1 card and pass it over to you.
Okay. So extended sentence number 2. Extended sentence. Play on an agent in the section of the table designated the gulag. Place an additional token of imprisonment on the agent. The agent must remain in the gulag until all tokens are removed. That costs 2, so I'll get 2 conspiracy. And I'll buy just 1 and turn it back to you.
Okay. No healing or requisition. Deployment, they're going to stay in the field. Case assignment. I'm going to pay 2 to play the Peacock Residence. Now, historically, this site has engendered a Peacock family adversary, but I think you're a little shy of conspiracy for that. So this is a behavioral and motive site.
Behavioral motive. I got nothing.
All right, so I am actually going to, let's see, send hosting alone, maybe against my better judgment, to the Benzion Cemetery.
I don't even remember what that fluff is.
Well, we're going to find out. And I'm going to send the rest of the agents to the Peacock residence.
Okay, I got nothing else to play but the bluff. So whenever you're ready.
All right, let's do that one first. The cemetery.
It is Pete Calcagni. Play to force your opponent to discard one witness resource immediately. It's going to be, you've got Sheriff Taylor and the one other.
Sheriff Taylor and Coroner Glenna.
And refresh my memory on Coroner Glenna.
So I can, she's got 3 tokens. I can just remove a token to add 2 to a medical skill check.
Okay. Let's get rid of Sheriff Taylor.
Okay.
And it costs 2, but it was played upside down, so cost is only 1.
Okay. And I'm actually going to play an event on the cemetery site. This is a post-mortem. So if a team makes a medical skill check of 4 and up, I add 5 resource tokens. Hosting has 2. I'm going to use a Glenna token to add another 2. So I will pass that skill check. Unless you've got some crazy shenanigans. Okay.
No shenanigans here, sir.
All right. So the post-mortem reveals some resource points for me. Go up to 10. And it's a called investigation 4, which is what hosting has.
I got nothing to stop you.
This one is a result question. They're both, the only ones remaining are actually death. So is it death? Yes.
Yes.
And is your X-File Cecil Lively?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Down to my last one. Okay. So we'll go to the Peacock residence then. This is behavioral 4+, and I have.
Do I ask my question first?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. My bad.
Stephen, is that why you were raising your hand? Okay.
Probably, yeah. So it's a result question.
Result. Is your result physiological?
It is not.
Ooh.
I apologize. I didn't mean to shortchange you there.
That's all right.
I just got excited.
Yeah, I think because
if I get this one off, it's game over.
Yeah, I got nothing to stop you either.
All right. Is your X-File Arthur Grable?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right down to the last one.
Mine was the central operating system.
David, I'm wondering if you should have just taken an identity question instead of results at that point.
Oh, yeah. Well, that wasn't even on my radar, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I would have figured it's like, if he gets that other side, it's done, which I figured if you had only 2 conspiracy, you probably didn't have much up your sleeve. But all right, well played, gentlemen. Okay.
The post-mortem was actually pretty exciting to get off.
That was a good card. That was one I was on my list to see played. So I'm glad. It was one of those cards they wrote because I was like, I want people to be more inclined to, use medical. You don't see medical skill and bureaucracy. Well, bureaucracy sometimes, but medical just seems like it's an often unused, skill. So I was like, here's a reason you might want to consider, doing more medical teams.
And it was pretty cool to use a coroner to do the postmortem.
Bingo. Yeah. That did not fly over my head. I was like, oh, that's fitting. It's Coroner Glenna. So yeah, well done. All right,
so we got a few things here. What did your cancer
I mean, there's other cards in the commercial release set that say things like reduce, whether it be health or combat or whatever. I mean, they don't say the permanent or anything in there to indicate that it, would be but looking at the text size on here, I think what I'm ultimately going to have to do, even though I think it's going to more or less amount to the same amount of character space, might be a little bit more to add it in there. Because basically it just takes 1 point or token, doesn't really matter, 1 point of damage in place of the agent takes 1 point of damage for each of your opponents, as opposed to the agent's health is reduced by 1. So I'm gonna ask him if he can make that fit. It's pretty close. It's pretty close in terms of character space. So with any luck, it's not going to be an issue because at least for cancerous diagnosis, it does eat up a bit of space. There's not much space to work with at the bottom. So as long as I mean, like I said, there's other cards where the word like reduce. This is reduced by whatever. But I mean, I'm fine with adding increasing clarity in any event. But like I said, as long as he doesn't mind trying to make that fit in there, which I don't. With the bluff, I don't see that being a problem. It's just the event, maybe. But I'll ask him when he gets back from his vacation about making that modification. The bluff looks like it's got the bluff looks like it's got an extra line or two to work with.
What are the other cancer cards? It's diagnosis
and cancerous nosebleed, and where the text is exactly the same for both of those.
Okay. And then the Leonard Betts adversary. Oh, that doesn't give cancer. He's just free if played on a cancer. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, those should be the only two. Yeah, those are the only two. I mean, because all the other ones are like heal cancer or free if cancer is there. The only two that inflict cancer are those two.
Right. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Did you hear our discussion about the -1 health and healing in the hospital? Where that makes a difference?
Help me out. Maybe I might have been busy at that point.
So this was just a point about why it should be damage. But if you frame it in terms of -1 health, actually, it makes a difference on guys like Munch who have 4 health. And then if it was reduced by 1, they would only heal 1 point per turn in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As opposed to his full 4 health, he's healing 2 points per turn in the hospital. Does that make sense? So if the cancer gives him -1 health, it's a big difference in how agents with 4 health and 3 health are going to heal in the hospiel.
Yeah, because one heals, the 3 and under heal 1 each turn, and the other one heals 2.
So my point was only it actually does make a pretty big difference when you're talking about health on the agent.
Are we talking about are we referencing the part where, I removed the 3+ portion, or?
No. For the cancer cards.
Yeah.
Where it said the agents. So the way we were wording it prior.
Yeah.
Where it reduces, it gets -1, they get -1 health. I'm just saying maybe it's too convoluted. Actually, just never mind.
Yeah. Sorry, I know it's late, but maybe it'll make sense to me
He's trying to say that if it were misinterpreted the way Nathan and I misinterpreted it, it would completely change how much help he gets back when he's in the hospital. So that's the importance of being specific in the game effect.
Oh, okay. I think I think I'm catching on. I think what you're saying is because you guys were both interpreting it as a permanent reduction of health, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you're saying depending on what the health is at that particular point in time going into the hospital, whether it be 3, 4,
right.
then that will impact the rate at which they heal.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, and my point is that there's a few cards that use the word reduce, but then the only ones that like unnatural aging, they say the health is permanent. They use the word permanent, and even the Krychek possessed card, he makes a point of saying permanent health. So yeah, but again, I is like I said, as long as the issue of space doesn't come up, which I didn't quite count the letters, but looking at them, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So like I said, as long as he doesn't have a problem making that work for the event card, I'm hopeful that won't be an issue.
I'm just taking a look at
but I won't. But like I said, the 2 cards, the bluff and the event, the text is exactly the same for both. So it's like I just because we want to keep them the same. We previously talked about keeping them exactly the same. So I don't want to change one if we can't change the other due to spacing. So that's kind of where we'll come down to when I ask him, like, hey, can we change this to that? But it's like I said, it's pretty close. And the other thing I think I'm going to need to have him change for these 2 cards is this card is removed when a healing card is played. I think we should do the healing in all caps.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I know like sinus cavity implant doesn't have healing in all caps, so there's existing precedent for it, and that's probably why I didn't have it in all caps to begin with, because I was looking at like sinus cavity, because sinus cavity is the exact, like, this card is removed when a healing card is played, so that's where I got that. But now I'm looking at it, I was like, maybe we should just do all caps. And again, it's kind of one of those things, when you do all caps, you do increase space. It does take up more space, but I'll ask him to do that while he's busy modifying the text above that. So 2 areas of change for those 2 cards.
Yeah.
If possible. So that's the big one, obviously, because I know we've had to revise those ones a few times, but these are the big 2. Not counting in the Gulag cards, but these 2 are sort of the big thematic arc of the of this set.
And we'll probably be revisiting the concept of cancer.
What's that?
I said, and we'll probably be revisiting the concept of cancer in
season 5. Absolutely. Yeah, we got to have at least one more healing card for sure, because we got to have the implant. That's got to be a healing card, like an event card. Maybe not. I don't know. Equipment. It could be an equipment, but I'm figuring it'll be an event card that just negates it because it's there. So yeah, and probably another Gulag card because we have the Gulag featured in Patient X. So yeah, I do want to revisit those 2 elements in season 5, even if it's just for 1 card. Just like, hey, there's a nod, and that shows the collaboration and the consistency between seasons 4 and 5 are carrying over. So for sure.
Yeah. David, anything in your deck you didn't get to play that you?
Yeah, like what were the next couple cards coming up on your?
I had, and I kind of mixed them up here because I was looking to see how far down things were. I was gonna get a bunch of resource, and then I had the witness where you get the which one? No, that's not it. It's gone. The one where you get conspiracy points for the number of witnesses you have in your.
Well, that's your trial. Were you talking about trial run?
Trial run. That's the one.
Yeah, I was like that. You really went to the bank on that one. The previous time you played that card.
Yeah, I was going to try to pull that again, and I actually had a couple more up my sleeve that I was waiting on. I was answer me this: did you have any alien investigation sites in your deck that you would have played?
0.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't recall there being much alien amongst those.
So I was not worried about
yeah,
your government adversary there.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a 1-2 punch with the Gulag Commandant there. And
Yeah.
I was getting excited when the Peacock Residents got played. The sight card got played because I'm like, oh, here we go.
No, it's always a harbinger of doom.
Yeah, it is, and I'm like, it's not the only instance in which because I did try to. I mean, I know I wasn't able to successfully make it so that those match for every adversary, but I tried to do it for a few. But I'm glad it worked for those ones because, of course, they're the fan favorites.
I feel like the Peacock adversary has been played at their site probably 3 times during this playtesting. It's been crazy.
How can you resist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's one that I wanted to play. Maybe you can't see it. No. Okay. Well, it's the well-manicured man's Vendetta.
Vendetta, yes.
Yeah, I have that in mind too.
Which I wanted to play on Sheriff Taylor. That's pretty much why it's in there. And he wound up getting discarded. So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, David, why'd you have to? You and your Pete Calcagney. Good Lord.
Yeah.
He is like your best friend. I feel like you guys hang out on the weekends and whatnot. And just
we just
talk about how much you hate Kevin Morris.
Drink beer and talk about Kevin Morris and
it's like that little shit.
That little turd.
That makes me want to watch it.
He got his pound of flesh today, so and I'm sure he's happy now. He's gonna sacrifice Sandy Taylor on an altar somewhere.
Skin Cognito was the other card.
Just to say the title of the card alone is what makes it worthwhile to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, gotta get a Skinner. I mean, yeah, it's like I almost should have said like, hey guys, have Skinner on your team so we can get those Skinner specific cards.
Well, that's not even Skinner specific.
No, but there's another one. It's the one.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's an event, but
I think there are 2 Skinner specific cards in their set, right?
I think so. What? Skinner's Deal with the Devil.
Yeah.
The event, that was what I was thinking of, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe was that the only one? Oh, there's the one. Well, Denny Markham, the witness. No, not Denny Markham. The other witness, Misty Nagata, is specifically to be attached to Skinner only. So it's like when you're constructing that deck and that team, it's like, oh, I have Skinner on my team. I'm putting Misty Nagata in my deck for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm also curious.
That's a good card.
Did you have any Gulag cards?
I didn't. So I only printed enough. I basically printed two of each of the playtest sheets, which means I only have 2 copies of all of the cards.
Yeah.
Right.
And all of the Gulag-centric stuff are in a different playtest deck.
Mm-hmm.
One that's a little better constructed than this mass of cards that I'm playing with here.
That's
the chaos deck.
Because I'm trying to think, like, if I were, I think, like, if I were going, I mean, I am going to construct a playtest deck for next week, but just thinking in the long run, am I going to plan on incorporating one or both of the season 4's big themes? I wonder
I will tell you this. It is very hard to fit in one deck both Gulag cards and Cancer cards.
I figured, yeah.
And
one or the other, which is fine. And it's like, hey, some variety, diversity to if you might be the kind of person who has like multiple decks set aside for different themes and whatnot. People do. David travel deck and all that, So yeah, you can construct your deck based on themes and like this is my Gulag theme deck, this is my Cancer theme deck. So yeah, that probably makes more sense not to go whole hog and do both.
Oh, I go full hog.
You go whole hog. I mean, for playtesting, fine, because we want to try to give these cards a chance. But but I'm thinking like for strategic purposes and non-playtest games, I probably only would go with one or the other, just because there are so many.
Quite honestly, that was the other thing. Like, I know David loves his Cancer cards, so I fully expected him to play the Cancer stuff, which is why chemotherapy went in here. But so I figured I could better use my deck, like doing other stuff that we haven't seen before. Because I think at this point, most of the cancer stuff and most of the gulag stuff has seen play in some fashion, right?
Yeah, none of the cancer stuff was on my wish list because I believe you're correct. I believe it has all been played. I mean, I feel like Kurt Crawford keeps getting discarded for fodder, but I mean, there's nothing like I don't think is going to get called into question with that card. So beyond that, I believe every instance of cancer has come up. Well, I mean, except Leonard Bet. I don't know if Leonard Bet. Wait, did Leonard Betts get played for free?
I did, not for free. Not for free,
but
I paid for him last game and then discarded a bunch of witnesses.
And I think did we not see John Mostow get played on an Insanity for free as well?
That to me.
I think that happened as well. So that's what I want. Yeah. Good. So I was like, that's good. I wanted to see the Insanity card get applied to the 10-13 expansion cards, like the Puppet and John Mostow. So we got to see one of them get played for that. So
did you see? I'm trying to shoehorn some Insanity stuff into season 5.
Yeah.
Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux, yes, because that is definitely Insanity. So yeah, please, more Insanity the better, because then Mostow and Puppet and other things like that can, be called back for that. So yeah, absolutely, because Folie à Deux is a thing where Insanity is.
Mulder goes nuts. It's great.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, David? I don't know how far you've
gotten. Not in a long time, no.
Yeah,
so
okay.
You're talking.
He's actually shackled. Like, he's not shackled, but he's put in hospital restraints and basically tied to a bed because everyone thinks he's lost his marbles and thinking, oh, this guy's a monster. Look at it. The next thing you know, he's chained to a hospital bed.
Yeah, now that you say that, I want to do something with that. Yeah, that's actually a really terrifying scene because it's like he can't get out of there. He can't.
And
move.
that monster's coming right at him.
And it's coming in the window.
That's scary stuff. Yeah. No, great. I want to see more cancer, more Insanity for sure. Good. Yeah. But keep sending me updates and I can. Yeah, we can working out the any kinks in those as we go along.
Yeah, we have I'll just edit from now on that Google Doc.
David, I feel like I should leave that to you. I feel like David knows most about OneDrive than I do. But we have about 78, or I have about 78 cards logged in here. But so we're getting good. We're getting a good chunk of them in there. I think we're still shooting for maybe 150 at most 150, but probably in that ballpark.
So have you been writing more cards then?
I mean,
or is this just what's in your spreadsheet?
I was kind of. I mean, I went through the ones you sent me. I know there's some you were like kind of like you didn't have a text for it. It was just like name, no text.
Yeah.
I filled in some of the I filled in a couple of the blanks. Like I made witnesses for how you did. Okay, let me pull it up. You did, and I'm trying to remember your original one. It was you had Anna Fuga, the one where we're talking about adds X to one team's like alien investigation or evidence skill check, and it's how much they paid when they played that witness, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I did a series of those, so that way we can cover all the different skills. So I did one for, and you for pretty much you wrote most of the you had an empty spot for like Dr. William Vinette.
Yep.
Adds X to one team's medical or sciences skill check. X equals 1 for every 2 pay when this card is played. Anna Fugazi, you had that one listed there as well. And then I did 2 more. Father Gregory adds X to the team's occult investigation or subterfuge. And then Marty Glenn, you also had that's the one I believe you had written.
That was the original.
Yes. Yeah, adds X to the one team's criminal or observation. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I did those for like so we can kind of run the gamut with the skills. So those are the 4 that I had most recently written. They're in the spreadsheet if you want to look those over.
Yeah.
But since then, I think I wrote I wrote one event card for August Bremer.
Okay.
And I believe that is all I have done since. I do have a bluff for the final scene of season 5 with the office being burned down. I mean, I'm kind of like, it's pretty like, I really want that to be a great card because of the how it's such a monumental event,
right?
For the show. So it's like trying to come up with a card that I feel like does justice to the emotional currency of that scene. So there is one in there. It's the last. It is a bluff. So if you want to read that and let me know if you feel like it does justice, or if like, oh, we could do better. It's like a 8-cost bluff, as you can probably imagine. We got to go big on. We have to go big on that particular event of the show. But yeah, so a little bit, not a whole lot, unfortunately. But I was
no, that's fine. It's not a high priority right now.
Yeah, I mean,
let's get the first one off the table.
Yeah. So we have we have like one more play test, and I think that should be it. I'm gonna try to do it next week. We're gonna do 10 o'clock if everyone's good with that. 10 o'clock. I know, David, you're good with that. I know it's not too late, but not too late. Yeah. Okay. So 10 o'clock. I do have people coming over next weekend, but they should be out by like 9:30. But I'm gonna have my deck before I'll have it ready beforehand. I'm gonna have all this week because I know that's what we're gonna be doing. Saturday, wrap it up, and
that event's canceled.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you gotta call your friends.
No, I'll have the deck ready. I'm gonna make the deck like this week. I'm gonna cut out the rest of the printed cards, and then also because actually the other reason is that Dax's envelope that he sent me had more season 4 cards that I didn't print because I knew they were on their way, and it's been 2 weeks. This is the longest it's taken for something that he sent me to get here, and he's been like, and it's like ever since Wednesday, he's been like, back and forth. Is like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? And I'm like, all right, message him like, waiting on the mail. It's coming. Mail truck's coming around the corner, and I've been like a kid at Christmas. I'm like running out to that mailbox, and like I'm getting other stuff in the mail, like stuff is coming. X-File cards are coming in the mail, but it's not the stuff that Dax sent me. So that's what's frustrating about it. So I was actually he had some season 4 cards in there that I was planning on incorporating into a playtest, mostly witnesses, but witness resources and whatnot. So yeah, I was gonna use those too, and they did not show up today as I was hoping. So that was the other reason. I was like, you know what? I'll just let David do it because then I won't get to have those cards in my deck for tonight. So yeah, by next week they should be here. Otherwise it's lost in the mail. But
to put a button on this, again, I want to this season 4 stuff is a lot of fun. You did a great job with this.
Thank you.
With this set. I love getting to say Detective Munch's tagline every game.
Yeah, if that inspires you to come up with some like if you want to steal like a funny quote from the episode and make that into a season 5 card, Yeah. Because we got bad blood in that season.
I know.
Great stuff.
I haven't done anything with it because I know how enthusiastic you are about.
I am, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what I want to do because it is such a fan favorite of mine and pretty much everyone. I don't know what to do with like, I say Luke Wilson, but I mean Sheriff Hartwell. What do we do with this guy? He's a vampire. He's impervious.
He's also nice.
He's also nice. It's like, where do we go with that? He's not adversarial. I don't want him to be an adversary.
He screams to me, dual conspiracy active card.
I was going to say conspiracy witness.
Purple card.
Oh, okay. Wow. I can see conspiracy witness. Holy crap. Mind blown.
Yeah. I was like, we're going to break some barriers with some of these future expansions. So yeah, that's just one of those episodes where I'm like, I want to do big stuff with it, but at the same time, I'm not quite. I haven't formulated a solid or something that I feel like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to do.
We don't want to give too much away, but I think you have Ronnie Strickland as an adversary. Right?
He is an adversary. That's a given, though. I don't think anyone is going to be blown away by that. The adversaries, and maybe you've seen. I know you've reviewed a few of them. We've got. I think they're all obvious. We got the forest creatures, the dark suited men from the Christmas Carol 2-parter, Linda Bowman, Karen Matthews from Schizogyny, the Chinga Dowell, Ronnie, the Alien Rebels. Yeah, I don't think there's any surprises, from what these adversaries coming out of season 5 are going to be. No one's going to be surprised. I think some of the stuff we do with like Bad Blood and whatnot are probably going to be the more exciting aspects of this set, and that's going to come primarily in events and bluffs.
We're giving away too much. We're still live.
What's that?
Yep, it's got to be.
That's fine. If this gets people excited, let's go. I'm fine with that. I don't have any qualms with unveiling just a little sneak peek behind the curtain, but not too much. Because at this point, Nathan, I'd say we're not entirely. We don't have a complete picture of what we're doing yet at this point in time. We will.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So at this point, I don't think it's. I don't think divulging what we do have at this point, because also it could go through revision by the time it's all said and done. So but at least people who are following religiously about these expansions, I believe there's at least 2 people who come to mind. I think give them a little taste of what we might have for them down the line. But forewarning, guys, don't hold your breath, because at this point, I don't believe we will be playtesting season 5 cards until 2023 at the earliest.
Oh yeah.
I do not.
100%.
I have no delusions about getting those cards on David's channel for playtesting any sooner than that. I don't think it's going to happen. I want to do it justice, but at the same time, I also want to, at this point in time, I want to make sure season 4 is wrapped completely in a neat little bow, so that I feel like, okay, I've done my due diligence with this set and I am ready to move past it. And I'm hoping I can say that pretty soon. I sent Dax the last 4 equipment cards. Friday I sent them to him. So he's not going to get them obviously done this week, but that's fine. But he's got the last 4. That's it. I felt like I finally sent them off. That's it.
Yeah.
I still have to send them the promos, but the text already exists. It's he just has to go to Kevin's Doggett card. There it is. We just have to pick out an image, and I have the images of the Mulder Scully promos to give him. Here's the pictures. You don't have. He's not changing text for those, so those don't even really. Yeah, that's nothing. That'll be a cakewalk for him to do. But we'll do like a Mulder Scully promo, I think, for each expansion, where it's basically the same text, but it's just a picture of them from those seasons. So people just might feel inclined to, have it like they do with like the ultra rare Scully versus the regular. It's like, I want to play this one just to change it up a bit.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, true fans. If you waited 2 hours, this time next year, season 5 playtesting.
And I'm also another thing, and I'm going to tease this now, but
oh man, I think we lost Nathan.
No, I'm here.
No, he's just real. You were just perfectly still.
Yeah, that was
I do have one contest that I will be unveiling on the Facebook channel for the first person who solves this contest that I'm putting out there. It exists now. No one has brought it up yet because no one is as eagle. I'm surprised Guillaume hasn't already brought it to my attention because he's very eagle-eyed. But there will be a contest immediately upon us wrapping this up, and I'll be working with Dax on that for the prize, because he's going to have to print the prize, and then I'll be paying for the shipping for said prize to go out to the first person who gets it. I believe I believe, as I think for fairness sake, guys, I believe you three, including Guillaume, will be ineligible for that prize, because fair. I mean, to be fair, you guys have seen these cards. Granted, actually, they've been on the Facebook group, but you guys have seen these cards. You've been working with them, for months now. But I think we should limit it to those outside our creative team, though.
Agreed.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's a little tease for, those who, I know people in the Facebook group always get more excited when there's a contest thrown into the mix. So that's my plan, just to, have people get excited about, this set. So, yep. One contest.
I'll be looking by the end of the year at getting us a website too.
Yes, absolutely. I guess if you want to leave this in the record, you guys have checked out Simon Goodman's site, right? Is
that the newer one where he has? Yeah, it's really well done.
I love the layout. So I mean, it's like I don't want to say we're copying, but it's like it's such a beautiful layout that I would think, like, if we want to if you want, I mean, it's up to you, Nathan. That's your your child more than anything. You're going to be working mostly on that. I mean, we'll be giving you ideas and whatnot, but I think modeling it after that would probably be I'd recommend that, because that is just, I love going to that site, because for my videos I have to get pictures of the cards, so I go there, as opposed to like Category 1 or please sponsor me someday. Sometimes the images are so blurry, I'm like, I can't use this. But
that's really what I've been using it for too, is grabbing images off of.
They're sorted so beautifully. I want the same thing, for like, I would like to see the same thing. Like, people can, it's easily referenced. They can click on these keywords and these links and get a list of all the cards that have these keywords or fall under this suit. I love it. It's beautiful. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a great addition to it as well. So it's like Dave and I have our respective channels. Nathan's got the website going, so it's like we all have our.
I am gonna have a YouTube channel.
Yes,
just
awesome. And then when we do playtesting for season 5, we should do it on yours.
Well, no, I feel like playtesting. We got to give David some content here.
True. He needs content. You got more videos than I do right now, David. But yeah. We'll leave, you can be the playtesting channel. I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 on my own site, but on my own.
Honestly, channel. What I like doing is sort of taking a look at the cards in depth. So like,
discussion stuff, huh?
Yeah, right. Like, here are, like, let's go look at some events from the season 4 set or something like that. Okay. Do a quick video about that or something.
Okay, then forget me doing that discussion thing. Well, we can do it, but we'll do it on your channel when that comes up, because I'll be just the gaming channel.
Whatever. I'm not. We don't have to have like rigid boundaries or anything.
What's that?
I said we don't have to have like rigid boundaries or anything.
That's true. It's all a collaboration.
If you guys want to go and talk cards, great. I mean, the more YouTube content there is, the more YouTube content there is, the better.
About this game, for sure.
Like and subscribe to David's channel.
That's right.
Don't forget.
That's right, everybody.
Yeah, we should plug each other's respective channels whenever we post a video. I should do that going forward. I'll do that, because I want you guys to I want David to get as many subscribers as I have, which is not much, but I still, I want David's channel to get some traffic as well, because there's some good stuff on there.
Yeah, this is very much a labor of love, though. I don't know if anybody is as deep into the X-Files period or the X-Files card game as we are,
Yeah. Oh, the card game, I would say we're probably sitting near the top on that as far as dedication to this game goes, Guillaume included. I would say we rank up there easily.
The more content and the more accessible we make it, and the more.
Yeah, no one has written more expansion. Like, people have written custom cards for the show, but I don't think anyone's written anywhere near as many as we have. So I think we got them beat on that front. And this is just for what we've done so far. We have a lot more to do. So by then I would say, I think we'll Yeah, we'll have a lot on our resumes will be padded, with X-Files CCG stuff to. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever want to say I'm an authority on it. Probably not. That seems a little too grandiose for me to say, but I'd like to flirt with that idea.
And David, you were an original Pokemon playtester, right?
Not a playtester so much.
Okay.
I was involved with some behind the scenes stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, so I've got a little bit of practical experience, but not. I was never an official playtester or anything like that.
Okay. Very neat.
But
I've got a video. I don't know if he's watching or not, but I don't think has anyone tuned in tonight, David?
We had some people at the very beginning for about the first 15, 20 minutes.
So it doesn't say 2 anymore?
Oh no, it hasn't said 2.
Oh, so then it wasn't Nathan and I then. Okay, so we did have some people, but must have gotten late. Or they just couldn't stand us, jabbering over V and A for a while. No, I played a game on Thursday with one of the Gen Con 97 tournament agents, one of the guys.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so that's like a couple of videos. I got a backlog of videos right now. As you saw, I just finished the one with David and the killer cards. Now I'm doing the first sealed deck game. I'm editing that one now, and then I have the last playtest we did, and then I'm gonna do that one. So I was like, that one's gonna be a while. That one's gonna be a while before I get to that one. That was a good fun game, though. So yeah,
sweet. Well, keep an eye out for that one.
More content. Oh man, yeah. The first round went pretty crazy. So and really just set the rest of the game. So it's pretty cool. He's probably gonna actually watch this. So yeah, Dave Meyer. Yep, we're talking about our game. Fun game. Looking forward to playing another one real soon. So yeah. I know he's watched your videos. He has watched all the playtests, David. So I know he's gonna say this one at some point.
I like him already.
Yeah, and he's a fellow Dave, so it's like we cannot have too many Dave or Davids in our CCG universe. There's plenty of room for more.
Well, thank you to this David for a great game tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like I got pretty far on my question asking.
So who am I squaring off with next week, and who's gonna do the honors?
I'm gonna volunteer Guillaume. He's a pretty sharp player.
I'm not gonna say. I don't want to say too much. I don't know if he will be available. I don't know. I'd love to say if he is. If he is, I would. Yeah, definitely, because he has not in a bit. But let's not bank on that. So let's say, can we get a stand-in in case which of you two want to be the stand-in if he's not, which is possibly a real possibility.
I'll do it if Nathan you don't want to. Or
yeah, I'll defer to you.
All right, I better get my thinking cap on. Then I'm going
maybe we don't decide now, but it's just to ask yourself who wants to sit in the background and chew on popcorn or snacks or something while the other two are playing.
That's a good place for me. Yeah.
But yeah, we can decide. But yeah, I'm definitely in. I'm gonna take this week. I will get the rest of these cards cut out, and I will get a deck together before Saturday. We know we're doing 10 p.m. Saturday night for anyone who's watching before then. Next week, final playtest. Yes, 12 playtests. 12.
We could get really crazy and make it a multiplayer game. All right, with that, we'll just say goodnight.
Say goodnight, guys. All right.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you if you stuck around to the 2-hour and 18-minute mark. Thanks for watching.
Should always stick around because we might drop some, tidbits of things.
Yeah, you never know when something's going to slip out, and I didn't cut it in time. We don't have any time delay here.
And David doesn't edit anything out.
No, you see it all, baby.
Beautiful.
You see it all. But thanks for watching, Stephen, Nathan. Thank you very much for being here. And again, like, subscribe, comment. Check out Alien Investigations website also for some really great gameplay. And Nathan's YouTube channel to come very soon. Looking forward to some great discussions.
Cool.
Excellent.
Gentlemen, have a good evening.
Keep you posted.
Thank you.
Right. Good night.